I completed the elections knowing so well that MPP was going to win, no doubt, because the people were struggling. But I knew that as a young woman, I would get the position of being able to change the lives of the people. I love youth. Then I went to national service. It has never been easy because even in there, the first time we went there, they said, which kids have His Excellency brought to us to come and manage us? But every day of my life, I walk through the day making them take back the words they said, because I bring motivation to them, the old, because we are bringing innovation.
A few days ago, I was asking myself a simple question. Say, the NSS scandal are oral together with some NDC executives, a pushy out there, disgracing and tarnishing the image of this beautiful woman, Gifty Oware Mensah. What is the update? Personally, Namedwin said it was one of those dangerous games, political games at NPP and NDC. Play one another whenever they come to power and one goes to opposition. Now, so the Attorney General, known as Dominic Akrutinga Ayini, Ababema update be shaky the whole country. Out of this video is not for you, because 548 million Ghana cedis many usika ena omewia through the NSS scheme, according to the Attorney General's press. Omaye. Now, Yenimuka says certain individuals are key people, Attorney General, in a press. Achemuse obe prosecutium in coming days. Why? Because they have stolen from the country. Now, the first person on the list, a former sports minister under NPP, a friend Mustafa Yusuf Okahumbi, allegedly, and we are 548 million Ghana cedis. The second person, your friend Osei Asibi Enchi. According to Attorney General Onosu Kanwubi, he was the executive director of the National Service Scheme, former one, of course. He is also part of the individuals. Allegedly, we are 548 million Ghana cedis. The third person, and the most popular of all of them, Gifty Oware Mensah. Now, ono, and the former deputy executive director of the National Service Scheme. Onumpo die, you see, only ideas. And just a scheme no, a use allegedly we are 548 million Ghana cedis. Now, Nikunu and so Ekahun, because Nikunu together with 6 individuals, Ekami together, AD just a Nigeri way, and the other people are implicated in this saga no, to rob Ghanaians of 548 million Ghana cedis, allegedly. Now, they're making Crawford ebufu ye kra, and they say this same woman, Gifty Oware Mensah, and the NSS people, musika sika editria year in year out, monthly and kono, or the ekoye collateral, ADB Bank, a loan of about 32 million Ghana cedis. Just say, or the nation sikao akwakoji loan, and all this sikana collateral. Just so before they will come and seize those monies from NSS. And a lot of people the prosecution must go on. So just like me, Sir Odrin said, this NSS scandal, it was one of those political games that they play against each other whenever they come to power. This case is a full-time daylight robbery of Ghanaians. Man, you don't waste more time at all. Muma yenko tie the Attorney General, your friend Dominic Ayini, explanation of the buyer, anyhow we break it down this story. I believe what this NSS scandal I say. So what I say is true. But homoding say over subscribe. I'm a Vimbas on YouTube. Yeah, ba. Yeah, betu amso.
350,926,977 cedis and 7 pesos were lost. 12 pesos was lost to the state. And then for the 2023-2024 service year, 32,881,157 pesos was lost to the Republic. In total, as I stated, we lost over 548 million Ghana cedis to the criminal enterprise perpetrated by these executives, these directors and staff, as well as the service providers in the marketplace. The criminal enterprise that resulted in the loss of this colossal sum of money to the state involved the creation of payroll system by some directors and staff, which they subsequently exploited to misappropriate state funds for their personal gain. This they did in direct collaboration with vendors and other accomplices. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, our investigations have revealed that prior to the commencement of each new service year, the directors would submit to Parliament for approval a budget figure representing the number of prospective service personnel for that particular service year. Consequently, or consistently, these figures were inflated by huge numbers. During the fiscal year, the directors will write to the Minister of Finance requesting permission to utilize excess funds allocated in the budget of the National Service Authority. Once authorized, the directors will transfer the funds into NSA's project account at the Agricultural Development Bank, and under the pretext of executing projects, will divert the funds into private pockets. Another criminal scheme hatched and exploited by the directors and staff is the deployment of ghost names onto the NSA system. Once deployed, the directors will then request that both ghost names and genuine names be transmitted by the head of accounts to the Ghana Interbank Payment and Settlement Systems, that is GIPS, for payment. These payments included payments to each card holders procured for the fictitious National Service personnel. Our investigations compared monthly data of verified National Service personnel generated from the Central Management System and submitted to the NSA Accounts Office, and the data of the NSA personnel who were actually paid through the gift system for a period of 6 years. That is from 2018 to 2024. It was established that a total of 587,543 personnel were to be submitted to GIPS for payment of allowances. Meanwhile, data from GIPS showed that a total of 650,165 personnel were paid, indicating that 63,672 constituted ghost names. These consisted of the following categories of personnel. That is, National Service personnel who were blocked on the CMS system during the registration process. Then National Service personnel numbers that exist in the payment records but do not exist on the Central Management System. And then, of course, NSA or National Service volunteers, and then some management staff and marketplace vendors. Fellow countrymen and women, our investigators additionally established that some of the ghost names were added to the list submitted by vendors, representing the number of service personnel to whom they had supplied items or provided loan facilities, allegedly. When these vendors eventually received the payments, the directors and staff would then contact the vendors whose accounts had received payments, meet with them, and collect the additional money that had been added to the vendors' payments. For instance, we have conclusively established that after collecting these funds, some of the suspects, such as Gezi, Nyako, and Othing, handed them over to suspect Osei Asibe Entry in cash, and on some occasions deposited the cash into his bank account. Osei Asibe was the chief executive, the director general of the National Service Authority. Some directors, such as Gifty Oware Mensah, created and executed a meticulously detailed plan using NSP national service personnel allowances as security to obtain a loan of 30,698,218 cedis, 69 pesos, from the Agricultural Development Bank, ADB, at an interest rate of 23%. She achieved these results by using other people's information to register a company called Blocks of Life Consult without their knowledge or permission. Subsequently, she presented Blocks of Life Consult through in the person of Ghc548 Mensah to an official of the Agricultural Development Bank, and enlisting her husband, Mr. Peter Mensah, a lawyer, to act as one of the directors or representative of the said company. She told ADB that the company specialized in supplying home appliances to national service personnel and proposed that ADB finance the company to enable it to supply these items on hire purchase basis to the service personnel, with the NSA being responsible for handling deductions and repayments. During the period, Gifty was the acting director, Gifty Oware Mensah was the acting director of the authority. However, on the marketplace of the authority, there was no indication that Blocks of Life was a registered vendor. Within 2 service years, suspect Gifty Oware Mensah used a total of 9,934 ghost names to misappropriate the aforementioned funds. Investigation further established that after ADB transferred the funds into the account of the company, she subsequently transferred the funds into 4 different company accounts with the names of Amiacom, Scaffold, Oche, and Aristo Logistics and Trading. It was further established that suspect Gifty is a director of Amiacom, and Scaffold Company Limited belongs to suspect Abraham Ghc. That between 3rd March 2023 and 24th May 2024, suspect Gifty transferred 22,925,518 Ghana cedis and 69 pesos to Amiacom, 1 million Ghana cedis to Scaffold, 1,572,000 Ghana cedis to Oche, and 5,200,000 Ghana cedis to Aristo Logistics and Training. We have this on record.
So out of this is the story that has been trending for the past few hours. Do you think, say, it is a political witch hunt, as it share, and they say, NDC is going after some people who worked under NPP and former NPP officials? Or you think, say, corruption, canker, and needs to be dealt with? For a share, for a comment section. And once again, yes, sure, we have video on YouTube. Now you subscribe here. But one more day, say subscribe. I believe once again, say what this whole NSS scandal I say. What do you have to say? Write under the comment box. Don't forget to like, share, and also comment your opinion. Yeah, that's it.
Vimbaz TV.